Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. This is DB Crypto. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about the entire cryptocurrency market, covering the last couple of days where we have seen the price move downwards somewhat. So there's a few things I want to discuss leading into the holiday period and into next year, 2018. So let's get straight into this. We'll have a look at the chart here. Sorry if the screen lags a little bit. My computer does struggle with TradingView, but let's get into this. So this is a couple of weeks ago. This is when we had that incredible run up to 19,600 mark. Okay, this is when we launched up from, as you can see here, around about $10,000, just to make it simple. Basically doubled in price in a matter of 24 hours, essentially. In a matter of a couple of days. In 24 hours, I think probably the highest increase was about $8,000 in a 24-hour period. So really incredible run. And then as we go sideways across here over the past few weeks, you can see we sort of touched up to that point again, 19,800. But then here over the last week and a half, we've seen the price start to move down. Okay, so I want to get into that and sort of talk about why we saw this low here of 10,400. Actually yesterday or the day before yesterday, it looks like. So yeah, quite incredible movement, but we'll get into some of the details and sort of why this has happened, in my opinion anyway. So first of all, we're going to start off by looking at the market cap here. Currently 550 billion, just to make it easy. So look at the total market cap here. Earlier in the week, or even just a couple of days ago, basically $650 billion. We'll just say 640 the other day here. And we've basically gone down at that low here to about 420 billion. So essentially you've had about, what is that, like $220 billion completely wiped out of cryptocurrency over a period of like 2 days. So that money just completely disappeared, and then you've seen it come back, the market cap recover to around about, let's just say 550. So about what, 130-ish billion has come back in. So really incredible sort of wipe out from here, from about 200 billion just gone in a matter of a day or two. So I sort of want to talk about why that's happened. So like I said, with that massive run, it's actually important to think about that. Like I was mentioning before, you go up $8,000 in a matter of 24 hours, which if you look at it exactly, 24-hour period, you had about $8,000 run up. Now that's really important because what does that do? What does that result in? You have, first of all, it gets everybody talking. Okay, so you see that kind of movement in Bitcoin. You've just had Thanksgiving as well. It gets everybody talking, especially news and media. Mainstream media starts covering it. You see all these articles popping up in just regular, news coverage, not even necessarily financial outlets. You see it on, social media as well. Like you see it coming up on Snapchat and Facebook articles and all these different advertisements and things, all these articles mentioning Bitcoin. And so there's more and more people chatting about it. And then of course on social media as well, especially the people that have been in it for a while, like I have, you see all these people starting to brag or just talk about how much money they've made. And so it just gets people get into that real FOMO mindset where they don't want to miss out. And they're like, holy crap, people are making so much money. And so people start to pull the trigger, they're like, all right, I'm going to get in, I'm not just going to sit on the sidelines anymore. So this money starts to come in and it flows in, and then you get up to this 19,700, everything's happy days, everyone's like, oh, I'm making so much money, Bitcoin is just fantastic, right? And then we get into the holiday season, right? 17th of December, you need to think people, we're coming into the holiday season, so people start pulling money out, especially people that have been in it for a while. They start taking profits to go and buy presents or whatever, or they just want to start taking some profits for the new year or whatever. Okay, and so the money, as people start to sell, there's more supply than there is demand, the price starts to move down. Okay, that's really important. And then all of this new money is seen, the price is moving past their buy point and they're starting to get a little bit worried. Okay, then it just dumps. All right, everybody just gets scared. All the things with the new money, these people aren't used to these cycles. They're not used to the volatility. A lot of the money coming in, which is the scary part, have never traded stocks, have never traded any sort of traditional equities, and they're just like, oh yeah, sweet, I'll buy Bitcoin, it's going to make me rich. Then the price starts to move down and they're like, I'm not losing my money, and so everyone just starts to sell. Okay, so that's where you see this price fall movement. So like I said, you have a couple of weeks ago, so much more demand than supply, the price moves up. Okay, everybody's happy. Then the Christmas, this is a lot of the influence definitely would be the social media and the media coverage pushing that price up. Then the holiday period comes, people start to take profits, and also as the price moves down, people start to get shaken out of the market basically because they're too scared to lose their money, and so they just pull it out so that they can just I guess, be safe, just take the loss, and they're out of it. They're back to normal money. That's where you see 200 billion wiped off the market cap in a matter of hours. So those are sort of some of the main points, in my opinion, in terms of why the price has moved up so rapidly and then down. You have a lot of this new money, which is scared money. So when the price comes down, a lot of that money, just new money, just gets pulled out, and that causes almost like a little flash crash, like we saw it go down to 10,400 basically overnight. So just to reiterate, you have the holiday period. People don't have a lot of disposable income because they're needing money for presents and whatever it is. If you sell it, it's a massive international holiday. Okay, we can't deny that. So that's a lot of what is causing people to take profit and remove money from the market. And I think that with that low of 10.4 or 10.4k, we've seen it pretty swiftly bounce back up, which I think is really, really good news, to be honest with you, because we saw a bit of blood the other day with altcoins and it wasn't looking very good. But as you can see now here on CoinMarketCap, basically everything's green again, which is a really, really good sign, because it's bounced quite hard off of that flash crash to 10.4. And now you can see it here at, what is the price now? 14,700. So it's actually rebounded quite well, that's a really healthy, good sign, in my opinion anyways, of what 2018 is going to bring. So that sort of leads me into my predictions for next year. I think for the next couple of days, over the Christmas period, the holiday period, and into, January 1, I think that the price will hover around between $16,000, $14,000. I don't think we're going to see anything too aggressive. And then, look, it could move lower because we don't have a lot of volume here. It could continue to come down. It just depends how this volume looks as we see it here. Okay, so there's not a lot of volume here as it's hovering around that 14,000 mark. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's still a bit touch and go from here. I'm not too sure that we've really had that massive recovery yet, but I mean, the price recovery is quite strong. So that is a good sign. And like I said, a lot of the altcoins are back up today, which is fantastic. Binance is looking fantastic as well. A lot of these coins. Neo is up 7% again. Tron not so much because that had a lot of hype, but Power's up, Wabi's up. A lot of these other really strong altcoins are doing well and recovering from that crash. So I think that over the holiday period, it should sit. Bitcoin, in my opinion, it will either move down more or sit. Move sideways at around the 15,000 mark, and then into January 1, I think the rocket ship is just going to get fueled up with all that money coming back in. Okay, as we move into the new year, people with that money will start flowing back in. We'll probably see a new all-time high in market cap and a new all-time high in the price of Bitcoin. I think that everything's going to shoot, and when Bitcoin goes again, I think we're looking at a projection of about 25,000. Okay, I think that's my first sort of goal for the price. The new all-time high will be around that 22 or 25,000, and then you'll see that, in my opinion, it'll go straight into altcoins as well, and you'll see another huge rally in altcoins. You can see, look at the market cap for the cryptocurrency excluding Bitcoins. This is the altcoin market. It's literally added 200 billion in a couple of days because this new money comes in. We've seen this in cycles. People buy Bitcoin and then they learn about this great thing called altcoins where you can make even more returns, and then this money flows into altcoins. So I think that the new year is going to bring a new all-time high and a lot more money into the space. And if you're in at this point in time, please do not sell. You will be sorry. And for those of us that are holding on, we, in my opinion, should be making a lot of money into the first couple of weeks of January. So that's it for the video. Just wanted to do a bit of a recap on this and give you my 2 cents of what's going to happen over the holiday period and into next year. Look, that is it for the video, guys. First of all, thank you very much for all the support that I've been getting over the past couple of days. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday period, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.